What it do? What it do? It's your boy Supreme, man. I'm back with another crazy banger build for y'all boys, man. Look, I got something absolutely crazy, man. I know y'all gonna love it. Check me out. This is the Armor on Kill Regen skill build. It's going crazy. You got the bonus armor, you got the 6 skill tiers, you got the damage on the gun. The build is great. It's fun to play with. It's just hella fun, man. I figured I would drop it and share it with y'all, man. Look, I'm gonna start from the top. I'm gonna break it down. Y'all just follow me. For the specialization, we're going with the technician. Mainly because it's giving us a free skill tier that's allowing us to put another blue on the build for more survivability. Alright? Also, it gives us a 12% damage to the drones and the robotics. We get the EMP grenade, we get the Faraday field, and we get the overclocked CPU. That's giving us 10% skill damage. So that's more skill damage on the build, which is great. Also, you want to make sure you got your assault rifle damage turned on since we running the capacitor, shotgun, and pistol damage. Okay. Now, for the weapons, y'all already know the capacitor, my favorite assault rifle in the game. It's so versatile. It's great for skill builds, hybrid builds. You can't go wrong with running this capacitor, man. Make sure you got this and you good to go. Now I got it the expertise 25. It comes with damage to armor, and you can roll that third attribute to damage the target out of cover. So you want to make sure you do that to get more damage output on the gun. Alright. Now the talent, capacitance. Shooting the enemy builds a stack to a cap of 40, stacks up 1.5 skill damage. Now it's stacking up to 40, that's giving us 60% skill damage. Plus, it's giving us 7.5 weapon damage for each skill tier. So this gun is best in slot for any skill build. It's best in slot for this build because it's giving us the additional skill damage and the additional weapon damage off of the skill tiers. No other gun in the game does this. So that's why you want to absolutely run with the capacitor, okay? Now for the secondary, you can go with any secondary you want to go with. I chose to go with the mop simply because it gives us the 10% armor on kill. Since we running an armor on kill skill build, it just fits perfectly with the whole overall theme of the build. It's giving us 10% additional armor on kill. So it's a good choice to choose if you want to get more survivability on the build. Run with this mop. And I got in sync on it. That's giving us 15% skill damage and 15% weapon damage. Damage increases are doubled when both buffs are active at the same time. So you're getting 30% skill damage and 30% weapon damage. Alright. Now for the pistol, we going with the card. One of the best pistols in the game, if not the best pistol in the game, simply because it's giving you that additional skill tier. And that's going to allow us to put another blue on the build that's giving us more survivability. So we're sitting at 1.3 right now. That's because of the card. It's giving us that free skill tier. And I just put in sync on it. Same thing as the mop. It's giving us more skill damage and more weapon damage. Alright. Now for the gear, we going with Bellstone. We rocking 2-piece Bellstone on the build. It's an armor regen, armor on kill. So this brand set fits perfectly with this build, man. You gotta run the 2-piece Bellstone. Alright, for the 1-piece, first piece we going with the mask. It comes with armor on it, but you want to roll that off for a skill tier. And we put armor regen and skill damage on it. Okay. Now for the chest piece, we going with the Palisades. The Palisade is the new brand set that got added this season. It's a great brand set. I done integrated it into a lot of my builds. The 1-piece gives you that 10% armor on kill, which fits perfectly with this build as well. So it comes with a blue on it. So we got the armor, we put skill damage and armor regen. That's the whole theme of the build. You want skill damage, armor regen on everything, okay? Now for the talent, we're going with glass cannon. All damage you deal is amplified by 25%. All damage you take is amplified by 50%. So all damage, that's meaning damage from your gun and your skills, is amplified by 25%. So that's a lot more damage we getting off the gun and the skills, right? Now you a lot more squishier with glass cannon because you taking an additional 50% amplified damage. So if you not comfortable with running glass cannon, you have an option to run unbreakable. I would go with unbreakable if you don't want to run glass cannon, and to give you a lot more survivability. Um, but the trade-off is you won't have as much damage on your gun or your skills. Okay. Now for the second piece of Bellstone, our holster, it comes with armor on it. We roll that off for a skill tier, and we put skill damage and armor regen on it. Okay, it's easy. Now for the knee pads, we going with Emperor Guard knee pads, giving us 20% skill duration, one skill tier, the 1% armor regen, and the skill damage. We put skill damage on it. Now these are a Dark Zone exclusive item, so you can only get these knee pads in the Dark Zone. So you want to make sure you hit up the Dark Zone when it's Mirakami or either it's knee pads in there, right? Hopefully you get them and you can get them up out of there. But if you don't want to go to the Dark Zone, we get a global event once every other week. Um, so just play the global event, stack up your stars, and spend them on name item caches. And hopefully you get these knee pads to drop out of the cache. And once you get them to drop, they're going to come with the skill tier on them and the armor regen. All you got to do is just roll skill damage on it. Okay, that's easy. Now for the gloves, we're going with Death Grips. It's giving us 30% health. Comes with an armor core on it. And armor on kill, 10% armor on kill on it. We just put skill damage on it. Now these are another Dark Zone exclusive item. They only drop in the Dark Zone, so it's the same as the knee pads. You just want to play the global event. If you don't want to go in the Dark Zone, play the global event, stack up your stars, and buy the name item caches. Once you get one to drop, just put skill damage on it. That's easy. Okay. Now for the backpack, we're going with the Memento, man. Y'all already know that's my favorite exotic piece of gear in the game because it's so powerful. It's hard not to run this on any build. It is, I'm telling you. Especially if you play solo, it's hard not to run this Memento, man. It's crazy. Now it gives us weapon damage core, armor core, and a skill tier, right? Comes with the talent kill confirm. You already know what it do. You kill an enemy, they drop a trophy. That's giving you 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency based off cores on the build. Now since we got one red, we getting 5% weapon damage. We got 3 blues, we getting 30% bonus armor, and we got 5 yellows, so it's giving us 25% skill efficiency, which that can go up to 30 if we switch to the card pistol. That'll put us up to 6 skill tiers, right? That's the short term buff. Now for the long term buff, once you kill 30 enemies and pick up 30 trophies, you fully stack the Memento. That's giving you 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% armor regeneration. Now that's the main reason we running it, because it's an armor on kill regen skill build. The Memento is giving us 3% regen, plus it's giving us that 30% bonus armor and the additional weapon damage and the skill efficiency. Everything just works well together with this build, man. The Memento just fits perfectly in that backpack slot, so you absolutely want to run that. It's best in slot for this build. Okay. Now for the mod slots, I know y'all seen I got armor on kill mods in the mod slots. Now you got options with the mod slots. Uh, I chose to go for more armor on kill because you never use these mods, right? Like you never use the armor on kill mods. And since it's an armor on kill build, it just goes perfectly in the mod slots. Why not use them? Now you can use protection from elites. I use those sometimes, depending on what you're doing, right? But protection from elites will give you an added layer of protection, and it would kind of nullify that amplified damage you take from the glass cannon. So you can run protection from release if you want to do that. I just chose to go with the armor on kill because that's kind of the whole theme of the build, and we're trying to stack as much armor on kill as possible on the build. Okay. Now for the skills, we going with the turret and the drone. Now the drone cooldown is 22 seconds, duration 270 seconds, and the damage is at 67k. Now I got my expertise to 13, so mine might be hitting a little harder than yours if you don't have any expertise on it. But that 67 is gonna shoot up and get a lot higher than that once we start picking up the trophies from the memento, stacking that up, and the glass cannon plus the capacitor is gonna make that 67 jump up. So don't worry about that number. That's just the base number on the drone. But trust me, it's gonna hit a lot harder than that, for real. Trust me. For the mods, we just went duration, health, and more damage on it. Okay. Now for the second skill, we going with the turret. Cooldown 21 seconds, duration 270 seconds, and the damage is at 110k. I got my expertise 20, so the damage might vary depending on your expertise level. But it's at skill tier 6, we'll be holding the card in our hand. But if we was to swap to the capacitor to go back to 5, that'll drop the damage down to, I think, 101. From going to 5, going from 5 to 6 is really not a big difference. But if you really want to get that 6 skill tier, you can just swap to your pistol and you'll be at 6 skill tier. That's the beauty of the card pistol, right? But the damage is at 110. Like I said, that'll shoot up once we stack up the memento and the glass cannon plus the capacitor. That's gonna get the damage a lot higher on the build. But that's basically the build, man. Like I said, it's an armor on kill regen build, so you got a lot of survivability, and you constantly getting armor on kill back, right? So that will allow you to play a lot more aggressive. You want to run around and pick up the trophies, you can be a lot more aggressive with it because you're constantly getting the armor on kill. Because not only does when you kill an enemy with your gun, you get armor on kill. If your skill gets a kill on an enemy, it also gives you the armor on kill back as well. So if you got your drone targeting one person, your turret targeting another person, and you shooting at somebody, you're just gonna be getting armor on kill back constantly, bro. It's crazy. It's a crazy build. It's hella fun to play with. I figured I would share it with y'all, give y'all something different to play with. You know what I'm saying? I try to make different stuff. I got a lot of different hybrid builds. I got some crazy builds I'm working on now for y'all, man. So y'all just be patient with me, work with me, keep fucking with your boy, man. We got the subs up to 300. We need to run it up to 500, man. Run that thing up to 500, man. Show me some love, man. For real. Look, I gave y'all the blueprint. Y'all go out here and build it. Have some fun. Enjoy this gameplay, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
magazine.